Paul, renewable energy has been such a big topic over the last 6 months, and really coming into the election in the next 3 months, it's been absolutely hot. So we've got a lot of customers, we've got a lot of business owners coming to us with a lot of questions. So I thought I'd just round off the top 3 questions people are asking us, just so we can help educate and help our customers. So the first biggest one is that the wholesale price of electricity has exploded in the last 6 months, and especially since the war, the price of gas, the price of oil, everything's gone up. So what do you think the predictions are on what will the price of electricity do on the 1st of July?
1st of July, well, looking at homeowners and small to medium enterprise, looks anywhere from 4 to 6% increase. Larger commercial customers over 100 megawatt hours a year, that's looking anywhere from 9% through to 15, 16%. So any customer on tariff 44, 45, 46, or anyone that's gone to market and will be recontracting after July can expect some pretty heavy increases. It looks like everyone's abolishing tariff 50 as well, so for any of our large seasonal customers that we work with right now, that's of some concern. Removing that tariff 50 and dropping back to a tariff 45 or 46 is pretty decent.
So what sort of customer is on a tariff 44 or 46?
Any customer using more than 100 megawatt hours for power a year.
Yep, so they're a demand tariff.
Demand tariff, yeah, and your lowest unit hours.
So the price of the price of the wholesale market. So the price of poles and wires, everything like that, are probably going to stay pretty similar to the same. But it's the actual wholesale rate of electricity that's gone up. That's what people need to understand.
Yeah, correct. There is a combination of wholesale price of energy and network costs as well. So that's all sort of added together.
And so a lot of these larger customers that are that 100 megawatt hour customer, what has been a major benefit of going solar for those guys to be able to drop them just under that? What is the savings if they can get under that being a small customer?
Yeah, absolutely. It doesn't work for all customers, but a lot of our customers come to us, looking for savings and increases. So we can drop them back, like providing a solar system that produces 50, 60,000 kilowatt hours a year, maybe just enough to drop them from that 100 megawatt tariff structure and bring them back into a smaller grade, which become a SME customer and get a better tariff, better option, better price.
So the biggest saving there to go from a large to a SME customer is their daily rate they get charged?
Service fees,
The
yes.
service fees. So what's an example? What's the saving there?
Tariff 44 service fees around $1,500 a month versus $30, $40 a month.
Yeah, that's unbelievable. So if they can go from large to small, they can go from $1,500 a month down to like $40.
Just on service fee alone.
Just on service fee alone. That's just incredible. So that's one of the major reasons we've been selling solar to the larger customers. But we've also seen a lot of solar. So a lot of businesses have gone solar. What has been the major drivers?
The main driver at the moment is still savings. People are still looking to save money, and especially with the impacts of COVID, every business is doing what they can to get back on their feet again. So number one driver, yes, is savings. But number two driver, and it's becoming evident, people are generally concerned about net zero, and we are seeing the net zero movement happen right now. Anyone that's supplying a goods or a service, is starting to think about what they've got to do. What do all the big companies expect? What does the world expect? But more importantly, what does our consumer expect? The younger generation and our kids coming through today, they demand net zero. They just expect us to be on that journey and do something about it. So I believe the net zero journey has definitely started for a lot of businesses locally and around Australia.
We've definitely seen that. I remember 2 years ago we would talk about net zero, and businesses weren't really that interested in it. But as you just said, the last 6 months, whether they believed in climate change or not, but their customers, and especially the overseas suppliers, they're not buying from them unless they have a net zero plan in place. That's what you've seen firsthand, Paul.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think anyone that supplies a goods or service to the likes of Coles and Woolies and everything government related, is thinking about it. I talk to 20 to 30 business customers a week between myself and my team, and net zero is spoken about at every discussion. So it started.
a lot of people have always been worried about having to fork out a lot of capital to get a solar system on their roof. However, we've got a different way to do that. We've got power purchase agreements or PPAs, which enable people to go solar without using any capital at all. Can you explain the layout?
Yeah, power purchase agreement is simply the sale of electricity from a solar system. So, for an inverted use capital, we fund the whole project. Customer spends no capital at all, and we will just monitor your system and send you a bill every month with the power we provide through our solar system, and it's a very cheap energy rate. We normally, for a SME customer, up to 50% cheaper on energy rates. But a PPA is the perfect way to go for any customer that is genuine about net zero and what that journey looks like. We can't spend a lot of capital into something that is just not a fix for today. We have to look at what the fix is for the next 20 years. PPA gets the customer started, and it gives us time to create that plan that works best for them, because everyone is very different, and some customers are quite unique in what we need to do for them.
What I really like about, and you've explained to me before, is that a PPA is great. They don't have to use capital, so we can get on the net zero journey, but more importantly, they can save significantly on their power bill by getting a big solar system. But they can invest the capital back into their business when what they're good at. Can you explain a bit more what you're saying?
Absolutely. It's like, and especially after COVID, people need to do what they do best. And investing $40,000 into a solar system might be the smartest decision for them now. If you can spend your money into your business and do what you do best, which generates you more revenue and makes your business more profitable, you should be doing that. Let us look after the energy problems, and let's look at a long-term plan and just not a short-term fix.
What you said before about getting a large customer down to a SME customer and changing it from $1,500 a month in service fees to smaller. This would be a great way, wouldn't it, Paul? Getting a large PPA on their roof to be able to drop them down to the next level, cost them nothing in capital to do that.
Yeah, absolutely. Any of them customers on them type of tariff structures, there's many moving parts to that bill. It's not just about the cents per kilowatt hour they pay, obviously the service fee, but it's the demand savings. So any of our genuine daytime customers, PPA is there, not so much, to save on that kilowatt hour charge, but to reduce that demand charge. And that can be quite significant. So solar is there for multiple reasons.
The other big thing too is that, by the year 2030, the amount of electric vehicles that will be in your business that people aren't even seeing yet, they're going to get a big daytime demand that they've never thought of. It was only in the paper today, 60% of businesses out there believe that they're going to be significant electric vehicles in their own staff and in their fleet. So where are they going to charge them? They're going to be charging them at work. So we've got to think about that, and you've got to be prepared for that. One last one, and the biggest question we get is that, hey, I really want to be on the net zero journey. I want to do something about climate change, but I rent my building. I'm in a lease, and my landlord doesn't really want me to do something on the roof, or won't buy a solar system for me. What's the answer to that, Paul?
Yeah, sure. Mate, the landlord-tenant scenario around solar has been an issue and ongoing for a long time. The solar PPA that we've designed and created today we've made lots of different changes to it to make it work for the tenant and the landlord. We've taken all our objections, excuses and concerns of the landlord and the tenant, and we've brought all that in-house and designed a PPA that works. We can design a PPA that works around the term that you're renting, what your lease is. We've designed a PPA that we can pick it up and take it with you if you leave. We've put clauses in to protect the landlord if the tenant leaves. We put clauses in to protect the tenant if they're forced to leave their building. We have a fair contract guarantee, and that was created so that everybody wins. So tenants and landlords, there is absolutely no reason why they can't go solar now with the PPA. Start the net zero journey. We do have everything covered. Genuinely, there is very low risk.
So there's no excuse really for a landlord not to let their tenant go solar now. There's no real reason. You can't see one.
No, not at all. Obviously, landlords are concerned about their roof structure and integrity and everything else, and I don't blame them for that. But look, Horan installed close to 5,000 commercial systems now. Yes, things have gone wrong, but very, very few. We just won't install on a roof that's not suitable. We need to do that, or it's going to cost us money.
And with the guys, I've got the new Juice mobile system that's very, very exciting, where it's just a mobile solar system that we can put on your roof, and you can do a PPA for 3 years. If you've got a lease for 3 years, it can be on there for 3 years, and you can take that and move that wherever you go. That's very, very, very exciting.
Yeah, Juice Mobile, it is the most exciting thing I've seen in some time. Once again, it just marries and fits perfectly with the PPA. It eliminates